Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is GamerFitNation's Gregory Laporte, and today I'm here to talk about the Xbox One. Recently, this past Tuesday, Xbox announced their next-gen console, the Xbox One, which is touted as being an all-in-one system, which basically deals with entertainment and video games. It's an entertainment hub in such that it can multitask the internet, Skype. You can have Skype calls while looking at videos online. You can also use it as a TV guide, watch television on it seamlessly, go through your video game play and your internet play. And it uses the cloud-based system. It has a lot of features. Some cool things for entertainment aficionados that are gonna be interested in playing this. If you watch Netflix and everything, there's going to be video services, the Xbox Live's going back as achievements, all that blah, blah, blah. But, watching the conference and, hearing all the new details about the console, there was something that, really got my attention, really, was rather annoying, I think after the initial announcement, there was a lot of people that were like, what the hell is Xbox doing? Because it's that when you watch the conference, there was about, I think, a 25 to 30 minute period in the conference where all they essentially talked about was entertainment, television, services, TV, fantasy football, fantasy basketball, all this fantasy stuff, and there wasn't any games that were essentially announced. I mean, they showed Forza and Quantum Break, which were two new exclusive games up on the 15 that they said that they were going to have. I mean, those games, well, one was pretty much a game that we knew was all going to come, which was Forza. Quantum Daybreak, or Quantum Break, whatever it's called, is a new IP, which is pretty good because everybody's, wants to have a new IP come out. They also showed, all the sports games that are going to be coming out, which will probably come out on the PS4 as well. Then they also showed Call of Duty, which they announced another exclusive partnership, or DLC or whatever, which was pretty much, we already knew that was going to come. So there was really no big surprises to see from Xbox at their conference, So, I mean, it just really felt lackluster. I mean, the console is always, apparently after the conference happened, reports came out where it said it was always streamed, it's always online, but they said it's supposed to be, connects online once every 24 hours, which is essentially BS because that means it has to be online for all the time if it has to connect at least 24 hours a day because you connect to the cloud. I mean, that's Microsoft trying to, get rid of, trying to think we're idiots or something like that. I mean, I don't know. But it's, there's a lot of backpedaling and backstepping on what they're trying to say. Used games, apparently you have to pay a fee. There's a lot of unshadiness and unclarity in what they're trying to promote and what they're saying. So E3 is about in a couple of weeks, so we're gonna find out more information about it then. But personally, what I really liked about Xbox is the fact that it has a lot of convenience that's going to be showing us, with entertainment and switching back and forth between the games. I wrote a couple of notes down. I just wanted to go through it real quick to discuss what I wanted to get through. So I had my thoughts in order. First would be the cons of the system. I think they're focusing too heavy on trying to compete with entertainment companies and free video services like Netflix, Hulu Plus, all the stores and stuff. They're trying to create their own television series. I think by them focusing more on entertainment and videos and movies and things of that nature, they're trying to not directly compete with the other competitors like Sony and Nintendo, but rather they're trying to compete with other people that other people like Samsung, Roku, all the Apple TV companies that have all other DVRs and entertainment boxes that they can rely on and that they can that sell well. They're trying to make that home run. They're trying to essentially do what Sony did with the PS2 and the PS3. They're trying to make a format where Sony had the PS2 and they incorporated DVD. PS3 incorporated Blu-ray. Now everybody uses DVDs and Blu-rays. Now, I think Xbox is trying to make it, well, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but they're trying to blend in with the wheel where gaming and DVRs are basically one and the same so that they can, push it out. But that's kind of its own thing. I mean, one real thing was when you play in the video game console, you're talking about video games. You're not talking about entertainment. You're not talking about watching TV. People have Roku's for that. They have Apple TV for that. They have Hulu for that. They have Netflix for that. They have all the other streaming TV, television service, Crackle, whatever you want to call it. We want to play games. We want new games, new IPs, which they said they're going to have, but it's one thing to say it. Why don't you show us? Put your money where your mouth is. Give us an example of what you're going to be showing us. Because from what I saw at their press conference, I'm not entirely too impressed with the Xbox One. I mean, it's a new gaming console. It's going to be a new experience. It's convenient. I might be picking one up when it comes out. But at this point, I'm not too thrilled about it. Another thing was there was no Japanese market influence whatsoever. If they don't somehow tap into the Japanese market, they're never going to win the video game market. There's no way I can see anybody in Japan buying this console because they want a new entertainment system in the house. No, Japanese gamers, they want to play great games as much as all gamers do. We don't want to play an entertainment movie on our interactive movie on our thing unless it's like Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls, which are coming out. That's something that I would rather play than watching a movie, because it essentially is like a movie with the immersiveness of the experience that you're going to be playing. Graphically, 8 gigs GDDR3. I mean, a lot can be said about it just from specs wise. The PS4 has GDDR5. I mean, graphically, on paper, it says, on paper comparing the two, which, it's hard to compare just specs on paper at this current moment. But, it's all how it's done, how it's all utilized, with the art design and scale and the design, the shading and the lighting, everything can be made to look better than what it really is. So we can't really we can make this assumption on paper, but as far as the final products, we have to actually play it and see how it pans out. What else? The console design, I mean, it looks okay. It looks like a cross between a regular Xbox and an Xbox 360 with the sizing and everything like that. I mean, it wasn't really appealing to me. It's just like a whatever box, like a kilo box I'm going to stick in somewhere that I'm going to just have it. It's just going to be sitting there. I mean, overall, the conference was pretty lackluster. I mean, it didn't really provide anything new and exciting that people want to be saying. They announced 15, they said they were going to have 15 exclusive titles, 8 which were reoccurring IPs, or new IPs, I believe. So, there's something to look forward for there. Really the only benefit of this console was the fact that they had a new Connect with, it can track your heartbeat. So that's good. And then the fact of the matter is, when this actually comes out later on this year, it's gonna be cheaper than the PS3, PS4. Of course, because with the technology they're putting in it and what they're shooting for, they're gonna have to make it cheaper than the PS4, and it's probably gonna be more money than the Wii. I'm gonna say between $350 to $450, or even $300 to $450. That's the price range I'm looking at for the new Xbox One. I mean, that's not a definite price. It's just an assumption I'm making just based on what we know currently so far with everything out there. I mean, there's games that we can pretty much assume might be announced at E3. Another Halo game, the Gears game. These are pretty much Microsoft's bread and butter right here. I mean, whatever happened to the days when they had games like Lost Odyssey coming out, or even 99 Nights. I mean, I know this wasn't a super, AAA 10 out of 10 perfection title, but this was still a good game, and I really enjoyed playing it. And even Lost Odyssey, this was an RPG game that, was only on Xbox 360, only on Xbox. These were great games that, if you played the games, it was pretty cool, you had some fun playing it. It's either you liked it or you hated it. And me personally, I liked it. What else? I mean, overall, it just seems like this. I was really excited for the press conference, and then they had this, and I was just really like, what are they doing? Like, it was just, it's really sad to say, you know. I mean, a lot of people make crack jokes about the conference and everything like that, but as far as when I look at it, a lot of people that are missing out are the gamers. In fact, you know, if you're a person that likes to watch movies, television shows, and everything on your console, then this console is for you. You know, there's nothing really that they had that made me say, you know, I have to get this day one. And a lot of people feel a certain way. Everybody I ask about this, whether it's people in the industry, personal friends, or people on the street, they tell me, like, they're baffled, like, why they're doing this. I mean, they understand that they're trying to protect against piracy and thieves and people stealing online, but when you do that to all of your fan base, you alienate people, because now they're going to be afraid, like, why buy a game if I can't have a used game and it's just going to be locked up to my system? It's really, it's not helping them, it's helping the corporation that wants to save money on this. So, you know, it's really, it's not something that is going to happen. I mean, this is pretty much like minds were blown, and not in a good way. So Microsoft, if you guys are watching this video, you guys need to figure this out, because you guys are going to be having your console come out this year, and from what you've shown with the console and your consumers, they're not really interested in actually seeing the console, that aren't interested in seeing your console, but yet your console is supposed to be launching this fall in 2013. And now you're going to have a lot of stuff, you know, shown at E3 this year, which is in a couple of weeks, and you'll have time after that to promote it. But if you can't keep people excited at first impressions mean everything. If people aren't excited at first, then how does that bode later on in the future, when you have other games and other things you're going to be showing? You know, people aren't going to be interested in it at all, because the initial first impression they have is pretty much all they're going to hear about the console until then. So Microsoft, you have to figure something out. I'm hoping at E3 you announce, you know, a lot of Blu-ray games and not a lot of Xbox Live games, because Blu-ray games are most likely what people like me are going to be playing. I mean, people will buy the Xbox Live games too, but I'm personally a fan of, you know, buying disc-based games. Well, with that being said, you know, Microsoft, the conference was pretty much, it was mediocre at best, and it failed pretty bad. I mean, that's really all I had to say about that. Let me know your thoughts in your comments in the sections below. I'm GamerFitNation with Gregory Laporte, and this is my video about the Xbox One announcement. Peace.